This podcast is sponsored by Feedback Frontier. Elevate your book's credibility with $50 editorial reviews and boost your traffic. Choose audio reviews for an added touch. Visit feedbackfrontier.com today.
How authors can get book reviewed with book review podcasts and services. Discover how book review podcasts and services help authors get honest feedback, grow their audience, and promote their books effectively. Why book review podcasts are worth your time as an author. Hey, so I wanted to chat with you about something that's been pretty game-changing for authors lately. Book review podcasts. Yeah, I know, you probably think, great, another thing I gotta add to my to-do list. But hear me out, because these podcasts are actually a sweet spot between community building, marketing, and getting honest feedback on your work. First off, why should authors care about book review podcasts at all? Well, these shows bring together avid readers, usually with niche interests, who not only read and review books, but talk about them with a real passion. It's like getting a mini spotlight on your book where the audience really trusts the host's opinion. Think about the power of word of mouth, but in podcast form. One of the coolest things about book review podcasts is the diversity. No matter your genre, thriller, romance, historical fiction, sci-fi, you can probably find a podcast that targets your exact readership. This can be way more effective than just tossing your book into some generic book review sites or hoping someone picks it up on social media. How to get the most out of book review podcasts. So say you're interested in getting your book reviewed on one of these podcasts, what's the best approach? It really comes down to being professional but also personal. You want to engage with the host respectfully, listen to the shows to understand their style, and then do a proper book review submission if they have one. Many podcasts list submission guidelines on their websites or social media, so it's worth checking them out carefully. And here's a pro tip. Don't just aim to get your book reviewed. Use these reviews as feedback tools. Podcast hosts often provide detailed thoughts that go beyond what you'd get from some generic free book reviews. That kind of insight can really help you sharpen your writing or marketing strategy. Other benefits to consider. Audience engagement. Podcasts tend to have loyal listeners who trust the host's recommendations. Searchable content. These episodes stick around online, acting like mini-book endorsements on platforms like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Less saturated. Compared to traditional book blogs or massive book review services, the podcast world isn't as crowded, so your book may get more attention. Now, along with podcasts, if you're looking for other avenues to promote your book, you might want to explore book review blogs. They offer longer-form written reviews and sometimes more detailed feedback. But the podcast niche is definitely rising fast because it's so convenient for the reader and interactive in a way. Plus, you often get to hear a little of the host's personality, which builds connection. Where to go next? Okay, so you're sold on the idea and wondering how to make this work smoothly. Here's a solid resource I usually recommend for getting your book out there and reviewed properly: Feedback Frontier. They specialize in helping authors get their books reviewed on multiple platforms, including some fantastic book review podcasts. Whether you want to reach readers through book review sites, podcasts, or targeted book review blogs, this platform can guide you through the process, help with book review submission, and even help you find free or paid book review services. It's a great place to start if you want to expand your book's reach beyond social media posts and email newsletters. Final thoughts. So yeah, authors, if you haven't considered book review podcasts yet, now's a great time to start. They're a cool way to connect with a dedicated audience and get honest, useful feedback on your work. Plus, the whole experience of listening to someone talk about your book brings a different kind of buzz and validation. If you want to boost your book's profile and see real results, I highly recommend taking a look at Feedback Frontier to get started. Get your book reviewed today and watch as new readers discover your work through trusted voices in the podcasting community.